You got it in the picture. You got it in the photo. You know what I mean?
Like, you go walk like maybe 10 steps, 20 steps, and like there'll be somebody with like you said, a phone, camera, or they might have a mic and they're like actively either interviewing people.
I'll be able to see. So
yeah.
Am I at least in the camera?
Yes.
Oh, all three of us are?
Yeah.
I bet. Like I said, I just bought that cameras or whatever, but alright, cool. So I'll set this one up. We're gonna get started. Y'all can start eating. At this point, as far as
What do you want now, boo-boo? Is that thing?
well, this was just
I'm not mad at her. At least she's trying.
everything good, y'all?
Yeah, I'm trying to do the other good.
Works. Jeffrey, I feel so stupid. I feel like I said I should have just saved-faced. He was like, "What about the landing?" I said, "That should be fine." Okay, he finna learn in a second. That's what he.
He's like.
I wanted to make sure everything was good.
Hey, what Drewski said he was where he pretty much just goes like this. Yeah, I was like, oh shit.
Trial and error.
It's kind of hard for us to watch this in the light of my eyes. I'm pretty sure the camera can hear us, but like I said, we're in full view based on what I can see as far as the camera goes. So my bad, KJ. May need to tilt this just a little bit. Alright, perfect. We in there. So that camera's gonna go, so I'm gonna record from this angle. So when we actually start the interview, if you want to turn your chair, you can. But this is gonna get us eating. That's gonna get us podcasting. Alright. So before the podcast, pre-podcast talks. So as y'all know me, right? Based on how I did my interviews and podcasting styles before, let me know what's off the table. That way I know what not to ask. Cause I got some like questions about the con, questions about your experience in Texas, and then certain things about what happened after the cons. Because, and I just say this respectfully, this applies to me, applies to you, and applies to you. Y'all's temperaments was bad coming back. Now I picked up on certain things, so questions towards the end I'm gonna ask does correlate with family experience a little bit. I talked to my wife about this because I expressed some of my fears, and it was just a thing that might be a problem in our community, if that makes sense. But what's off the table, so I know not to ask it on that camera when I post it. And now, if it's like sensitive information or topics you don't want me to address or talk about because it's hard, let me know and I won't ask it. Now, if I do ask a question, even after it's not on no shade, it's just I'm gonna try to work my way around it. But that main focus at the end of the day, prep, experience in Texas, experience con, and then just the overall end result when you came back, the good, the bad, and ugly. So what's off the table? Like what don't y'all want me to?
Oh, the only thing that got me messed up is like my relationship is so.
Okay. So no relationship questions. Go ahead.
That's only that because I got shot.
Bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Say less. Jeffrey.
I'm cool with sharing everything, but I probably would shy away from like talking too negatively about like my parents.
Okay.
Cause
Yeah, because the Lord forbid they see this. What that mean, Jeff? Yeah, I got you.
I don't want to explain all that.
I'll be honest. I like the pool.
Well, that's what this right here is good. I haven't got the broth is good so far. I haven't used to check it out. But usually when the broth is good, that's the first thing I try out first. The broth to see how it is, and then I go ahead and get stuff like that. But yeah, that's good. So, yeah,
How was? I'm gonna ask this again too when we talk about how was the trip to Georgia when you went?
Oh, that was pretty good.
Was that straight Power Rangers thing?
It was a Power Ranger 559. Like there was a lady Giovanni, the lady from all that. She was there. I didn't even know she was gonna be there. Like she was there. There was a couple other people from other franchises. It was mainly mostly Power Ranger stuff.
Okay. Was I know I met one of the originals. I think her name is Karen Ashley.
Yes.
Yeah, was she there?
Yeah. She was there. Nikia was there. Yeah.
What's she Galaxy again? I don't know. This is me actually meeting her. Like I was starstruck. Most people just see them with celebrities and all that. And then the first time I did that, I got a photo and all that. Not with her, but like a photo thing. Then I came back with the nose kid, like actually got my outfit on, and she recognized me. I was like, who are you? I want your number.
So, for this podcast style, I want us to interact like this. Like it doesn't have to be just me speaking. Like mind you, I do have my questions, but if you guys want to if I ask a question and it doesn't get you the answer that you want, but you figure out like, hey, maybe if I ask this way, go ahead and ask it. Because again, this is, and I know you was with your crew, y'all know me, solo, dolo, ones. But anyway, my bad. But
I didn't know Kelly would be there. Well, you only Kelly would be there.
So you do know him?
Well, I mean, my friend knows her, like the
real,
yeah,
because we all went to school together, and I headbutt I hope you watching this part too. I love y'all unconditionally. But yeah, nah, it's not a weird friendship. It's like one of those unbreakable bonds because of like, I lived with Kel. Like when I got kicked out of my mom's house over the dump, like Kel didn't know me from a can of paint. It was my senior year, and things between me and my mother, it was just rough. So I was like, it was the second semester in high school, 12th grade. I was on the ladder and I told him, because I was working at, the Pizza Hut across the street from 71st. Okay. I worked there, so I was like, hey, look, man, I know we just met. I feel like we vibe really well, so here's what I got. Look, I just got kicked out of my house. I work at Pizza Hut. This is all I can afford to give. If I give you $100 a month until I graduate, you let me stay with you. And mind you, he's an 18-year-old kid. I'm asking an 18-year-old kid if I can stay with him. He's like, let me talk to my people. Same thing I presented to him, he presented to his people. They let me stay. Graduated, and then went through another roller coaster, joined the military, but bringing in everything full circle, how we know each other, we were all mutuals, like we were school dances, school plays, after school activities, but bus stops. So that's how we know each other. I haven't seen Bria since high school, but the way if you see how me and her interact on Facebook sometimes, because it's just like, she'll make something about zodiac signs, and I look at her like, oh, I know you motherfuckers too well. It should be like, Quake might like, shut up, like some shit like that. But yeah, so. But yeah, nah, he was there, killed him too. Recently retired from the Navy. It was just like, same lifestyle, but different paths, if that makes sense. But everything just came full circle when we saw each other at the con.
It is, from you actually mentioned about the situation you had when you was 17, 18 years old. Mm-hmm. I guess that kind of be like one of the reasons that it could be like people be humbled that way. Mm-hmm. Because what kind of lifestyle you have to do. You know what I mean? You use. I'm not saying survival is just lifestyle. But it was.
Who wants to get kicked out when they?
Over
some bullshit too. It's like
either way, but then see.
I'm not even a drug dealer. I ain't no gangbang out. It's like
see how you are
stay in the
now.
house and play games and shit. Like
it's crazy. See how you are now. It makes it. This is it's how you react with other people. Like just know like versus the copycat. That's saying you never had it ever. I'm saying it's that you could your whole lifestyle changes that way. And you see the whole perspective different. I never had that experience yet, but still I was always humble because I'm just don't want to respect. Whoever you want. I'm just.
I'll say this because you and me are honestly, and I'm gonna address this in the podcast too. But KJ, let me tell you, like I told you, I think we all just need to leave North Carolina. I thought it was Fayetteville, but that's in my humble opinion, Fayetteville is worse and worse. But it was just.
I agree. I really think I don't think that had a place here.
That's worse than in the state of North Carolina, you mean, right?
Well, I haven't. I mean, of course, the experience with Raleigh and Charlotte and all these people take like for him for example. He will found me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that kind of lifestyle. Like, if I ever had the opportunity or even be outside of it, I wonder how that would be. It could be good, it could be bad. I don't know. I just
jump on.
But just being in this city alone. I don't think I have a place here. I really don't. And that the people alone just
and let me guess, it's not even. I want to make sure I choose my word carefully because it is. It's like even if you have support, the community here can only take you so far. Which here in Fayetteville, it ain't far at all. Like that's why I was telling my old lady, it was like. I said, baby, the only reason we still here is because I'm pursuing my master's, but after soon graduation day, we looking at houses and dipping. We just don't know if we're thinking about relating Charlotte originally. But that's still North Carolina.
But nothing wrong with that.
It's a better area.
Yeah. It's like because if you just go outside of it, you can still able to do things like that. Now you just want to go out the state. I understand that too. You understand that. But doing things like that, it's just...
If you could. Because that was your first time out of the state for a con, right?
Yes.
If you could maintain enough income, would you want to relocate to someplace like Texas? And that was Houston. That was one of the best... I want to make sure because if anybody from Texas like, no, it ain't, but I'll say one. But Houston is one of the best cities in Texas. If you could relocate to like a city like Houston, do what you do now, and then enjoy Houston. Would you just? And that's just one. Yeah.
One example is yes, you're right. Because I already said a location like I would have done because I wanted to stick to the East Coast. Because I always say I want to work with Virginia. Because it's halfway. It's halfway from here. Halfway from north. So that's always.
You said Virginia?
Yeah.
But yeah. What part? Virginia Beach?
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Because the state of Virginia is kind of quite big, so if you're on the far side of the west of Virginia, just take a hot minute to get to the beach. So I get you.
So I was born in Portsmouth. So I grew up around Norfolk, Virginia Beach. My dad he works up there for a period of time. We kind of relocated to North Carolina for like a hot minute.
You fucking hate it here, don't you? Don't lie.
Yeah, I don't really.
You would look at your daddy and go, why?
You can go somewhere else.
It's not necessarily his fault. It's just because
I know military,
be closer to family.
and we ain't got no choice in the here. Oh, I'm gonna say this. And you want right now. I can't stress this enough. Once you experience Japan, and whatever your niche is, whatever you go out there looking for, I honest to God believe, because I had to talk to, you know who Roku is, right? He's in the chat with y'all.
That's probably
Mainly cosplays at Berserk.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Okay,
Yeah, he went to Japan, and me and him could empathize with each other because there was a level of depression we had getting on the plane back to the States. It was just, damn, like I do not want to leave.
Yeah, so, I kind of felt like that coming back from Texas.
You're from Texas, right?
Yeah.
What about you? Did you, when you was coming back from Texas, did you go, I really don't want to go back home.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, that's what
I'll say this over. So I'll pretty much say this is over. So
see, that's. I don't think going back home should give you that type of feeling. Like, I feel like a home should be a place where you just, wherever you go, you can't wait to get back there, because wherever the word substantiate, feel, that's the place you want to be at, and can't wait to get back to. One of the Uber drivers out in Texas, and we were, because like when we were talking, so driving to Alphaland, I really wish you would be here with me.
Oh man, I wish. And I wish.
5 Fit for Life All-Americans in one. That was Alphaland.
All by myself, you need camera.
Yeah, man. I was talking to him, and he said, especially where he's from, Texas met all his needs. He was like, he will go out of state or out of town, visit family, but he'll be like, I can't wait to come back home. That's what I want when I travel. Like, but
and that's what it should be.
All of us want to. We be like, I really don't want to go back home.
Yeah, and that's what it should be. Like, of course, you want to enjoy out of state places, or even out of country, whatever. You want to enjoy that, you know. And then when it's time to go, it's like, all right, I had a good time, but let's go ahead and get back home. I can't say that. I can't even say that. Except just saying it was the expectation and now back to reality.
Yeah, and I'm just, man, look, I'm gonna say this before I set up with the microphones and shit, or whatever. But nah, man, I think I don't want to make no mild promises, but with what I'm doing between content creating, school, and another endeavor, I'll tell you right now, I ain't gonna tell nobody I'm rich, but there will be signs. But anyway, no. Hey KJ, I'm gonna need you to request 30 days off. Wow. 30. like that's like that one movie. How much should I pay you a month? Okay, I'll pay you double that if you take a whole month off. What? That's gonna be the sign. I'll be like, wait, you pay? Yeah. Okay, you can be like, But nah, I don't know what's going on. But I said all that to say this. I want to put us in a position. This is just my dream, and I think it's very possible with whatever my endeavors are. I met certain individuals for a reason. So when I was younger or whatever, I was around people that did not. And I'm not trying to make it sound like using, but I was around people that didn't benefit me. If anything, they hindered me, misused me.
Yeah.
I'm okay with being used. Don't misuse. That becomes a problem to me. A lot of people don't agree with that, but people in life, some people are meant to be the head, some people are meant to be helpful. Unfortunately, some people are meant to be grimy, and that's life. But with what I want to do and the individuals I've met as an adult, and I get it, it's not that you can take everybody with you, but at the same time, there are certain things that I want to experience with people that elevate my energy. This ain't about me, it's about us. But I've been, in my mind, and the way I tell my story, I feel like I missed out on a lot, and I want to make up for that, but I don't want to have those experiences alone. Now, yes, with my old lady, have my own experience, elevate that too. But I refuse to believe outside in TV shows, and maybe that's my problem, I don't know. We'll see in the years to come. And I feel like it's a lot of y'all in our circle who we hang out. But I feel like in the years to come, certain experiences that to make it more memorable, where you're on your deathbed, later on discussing it with your kid, whatever, you make certain memories and you can tell stories about it. That way, you know, they don't get fed a certain lie by society versus what they're getting from home or their community. Does that make sense? So that's the shit that I want.
That's my legacy.
Amen.
It is.
And I'm gonna keep asking because y'all know I'm excited. Y'all, is the food good?
Oh yeah.
Because next time we do this, I don't want to take y'all to a place and y'all be like, I don't know. I had to pretend I like the noodles. I was like, hey.
No, noodles good.
Okay.
Nah, dude was good work.
AJ, how's work for you since you've been back?
Work actually been not bad, you know. Like first, I haven't been that stressed with work in a while.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, overall. Now of course, you know, still gonna try to wear my ass off because I know I got since I finally decided last night, you know, that I'm gonna go to Galaxy Con, so I'm gonna go ahead and make that money.
Wait, so you are going?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm going.
Like I said, I'm still gonna continue.
Yeah, it's all good. And all because me.
You sure you wanted to be in the state of North Carolina though?
I mean, if I.
I get it, finances, but you had way more fun in Texas than you would at
hell yeah.
the CC.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah.
Like the whole environment is just different. Like it's like going to Virginia, coming from North Carolina. It's like the whole atmosphere feels different. People are.
See, that's a lot. It's like you in prison. It's like when you go here, you can breathe. You know, in an anime, when you gotta pass, or a game when you pass through a certain force field and you feel the pressure, you're like, that's what it's like coming back to North Carolina. That's why I'm like, this shit is depressing.
And I was trying to determine whether or not if it was just the proximity of like just being in one area, or just
Jeffrey,
like,
I'm trying to tell you, when you come back, you two, when y'all come back from Japan, there's. I'm gonna need y'all to check on my boys real quick. Cause
Yeah,
they,
I did.
I did. I can't check my dick. I did.
I'm gonna be blowing my eyes out.
Can't you? I was trying to tell you, I was just.
Trust me.
Imagine, and the dude, that's it. He just looking at me uncomfortable, like, yeah, I'm good. Like, is there a problem? I'm good, but
you should have told him the truth.
And like I said, I think the only financial issue you guys will run into is getting there. But once you get there, between walking and the food, now Uber is, but between the plane ticket and possibly the hotels, if you get at budgeting and your comfortability when you sleep or whatever, that I think that'll be the only hard part. Once you guys get there, I ate like a king when I was out there. You're gonna eat like a king. You're gonna eat like a king. So this whole was like $50-something. Out there, it's like $10 US.
oh wow.
You know, depending on where you go, because you know they do take.
I know,
because I had steak at one place, same type of steak. It was $70 US, but then I went to like a shack, same type of steak made the exact same way, and it was like $10 US.
Yeah, so you have to find the way to do that. You can't go to a popular places.
But I'm trying to tell you, you will not. You could really, as a tourist, you can really balance $100 US in a week.
And I would definitely be doing something like that. I'm not going to like a pop, like things like that, you know, and I can find like a burger shack, you know, and do the same thing.
Because like you'll have your yuan or your whatever it's called. Because I remember once I said, these people are honest, because I was just giving them, and they were like, no, and they would look at the quarters I would have, and I would like, wait, that's how much it goes? That's how I was like, oh shit. That's how I was like, so. But yeah, but you have adjusted, like, being back to work?
Back to work, is it? Like you said, I like it.
Just in general, have you adjusted being back since you
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely. And just know that I'm going to be on vacation for the next 2 weeks, you know, so
How long you took? Is it just going to be for the condo?
Just a week, you know, for a whole week. After 18th, that's a Friday, then that's when vacation starts. Then I'll be off for the week.
Mental reset?
Nope, my birthday weekend, always take
Turn up.
Always blessed with the birthday weekend.
I'm going to be in New Orleans next week, so
Yeah.
I'm going to check out the powerlifting gym out there. Happy birthday, though, too. I'm going to see if I can find a good souvenir for you out there. One of these or some shit like that. Like, hey, KJ, I know you may not believe in it, but if some money start landing in your pocket, then
I'll leave that 100 cents. I need more.
It's just like,
let's hope it don't break.
be like, RJ, where you get those?
I
I don't know this janky looking character dipped him in oil and said a prayer over him and said, don't touch it till it gets to its destination. I figured that destination was you. And it worked.
I'll definitely look for anything wearing, anything that features something to or anything like hell. Like what's that? This was the thing I bought actually last night. It was something like, I I'm trying to say that word. I'm sorry. Like, so I can't say it's start with an S.
Silogene. It's like one. Well, not one of these, but it's something. It's like a charm, basically.
Well, I should know. That's something you can consume, man.
I'm stupid.
That's good. I don't know about it, but something you can consume, like something you like. It's like some kind of mineral shit, and you put it under, like you grab it like some little spoon, tiny spoonful, whatever they have. Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
See?
Pink salt?
No.
Okay, see, that's how about the.
Don't
ever play a game. Don't ever play phone with me. RJ, we are going to lose.
Oh yeah, I'm a terrible charade player. So, but when I show you that, it's something that it helps. It's supposed to help a lot, you know.
Like your temperament?
That and your energy, everything that fun body that you're supposed to have. So, trust me. So when I get a chance, I'll actually show you that.
We'll go ahead and set this up. Alright, one last time before I begin. Is that it? Food good?
See, I'm about to say, yo, you might ask me, I'm gonna say no.
KJ, food good?
Maybe.
Okay, say that. Hey, how much?
I paid $50 for this.
So she did everything, retweet, like. So I guess.
No, she didn't retweet. It was somebody. It was another friend of mine who. Well, it was my friend's wife that did it. She did it actually today, this morning, and at first I thought it doesn't take so long, but but yeah, that's what it is. It's got the just the tips. Never mind. Oh my god. Oh my god. And you made it worse. You did the Roshi laugh back in the Travel's Bridge.
I had to. That's where I got it from.
Yeah.
KJ, I'm gonna have you in the middle. Hold on. I'm gonna keep everything as is. What I was gonna do was actually no. Hey, perfect. No, hey KJ, I still want you in the middle, so I'm gonna have you right here. I'm gonna sit right here. I want to make sure that I just get mainly y'all. I don't care if they see me because I'm gonna be the main one asking questions. So yeah, my bad. Don't hate me. There we go. Yeah, no shit right here. Appreciate you, KJ. Thank you. Alright, I'll be right back and we'll get started.
That's going to be a good turn. What do you gotta do later?
I don't really have anything planned. So I simply kind of chill on Sundays.
Oh, okay.
Here and there, I might work out on the weekends. Usually either Saturday or Sunday, but I typically work out Monday through Thursday, Monday through Friday.
Appreciate you. Get to use a lot of that. I'm be doing that. How we doing the bench? Go back doing that today. But like I said, the bench ain't gonna be the hard part. The shit that I ain't gonna tell you what the hard part is, but you might see me struggle today, and I'll be like, so that's how he must feel when he working out with me. Like, so he don't want to finish because I don't want to finish. Okay. And I'm gonna look at me and be like, we should keep going. I'll be like, I hate y'all.
It's been a hot minute, so let's see what kind of endurance I have. You know, could actually get back there. It's only been a month.
Yeah, but you still.
I have, but I don't know. But just maybe it's a self-doubt that I don't need to
man, watch how your strength goes up, or just well, not goes up, but just watch what happens to your strength. So for you, KJ, because you're still eating, what I recommend just make sure it's clipped on and don't fall in the bowl. So, because Jeffrey's gonna have his clipped too. We're gonna have ours clipped to our shirts. And as long as it's close or whatever, actually, you know what I mean.
If I put in my band, you think I should leave it here?
Yeah, because of how it's actually, you know what? So now I feel like I'm on. You know what it is? Is this one like this?
Yeah. If it's debated here, you know, yeah.
Alright, say less. Now we're gonna do the practice one right now. This the fun part. Can you hear me now? 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 Remember that's what I did with your coach, and I was like, oh my god. I bet when you say my name, that man he go ill. That man had us waiting a whole hour, like, oh my god, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Alright, so This is a practice run. Y'all say something for me real quick.
Are you hot? You want fatter?
We good. We good.
Okay,
I promise
okay.
you. Want to get in the video with us real quick and just be like, what she said?
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Testing, testing. Y'all say whatever. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2.
All right, there we go. This is a practice run. Testing, testing. Y'all say whatever. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. I remember one time when I did this and I was like, y'all, I'm so sorry, but
Everything worked out?
no, there was no sound, it was just a video. I was like, oh my god. Y'all finna hate me because we gotta do this again. We gotta do this again.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
Oh, you got
I was taking a
got the frame.
picture of the picture on the wall. It's Naruto and Haruka with Kakashi in the ramen shop.
Oh shit. So yes, over here. Alright. And should be good. That's why I need to get my own studio for real. You don't know why you lying?
That'd be great, you know? That'd be.
It's Naruto and Haruka.
That'll do it. Alright, fellas, or fam, whatever. The camera is a go. We're gonna go ahead and get started. As always, y'all know me, I'm just record. I press record, I go. But like when you first met me and when you first met me on the camera, thank you for this opportunity again. We bonded over the last year, so damn near like family, at least in the cosplay community, I know, fitness community, content creating community. I wanted to bring us back and just have a sit down and talk about our experience when we went out to Texas, which was really lit, by the way. But yeah, other than that, that's my opening statements. So before I get into the questions, is there anything you guys want to say before we start? Like good, bad, or indifferent before I start with the round table questions? I guess that makes sense.
Oh no. For me, I got nothing to know at all.
Alrighty, so recently we went to DreamCon. I don't know what your names. We went to DreamCon. Fellow cosplayers. Well, I'm not as y'all know, I'm not a cosplayer, but fellow cosplayers went out. KJ's first time doing out-of-state con. Jeffrey been doing out-of-state cons, but it was a different environment. I went out, checked out some of the powerlifting gyms, because you know all I know how to do is just work out. But it was a. I don't want to make sure I don't misspeak, but I feel like it was a very different experience from what we're used to home. So I wanted to bring you guys back in and just like talk about our experiences and our feelings when we went out there. Like prime example, like, so what made you decide to go to DreamCon? Honestly, so hold on, let me say this. He's the reason why I went. And I'm very appreciative because if I didn't go, I would have been able to check out the powerlift. But anyway, he's the reason why I went. I was kind of on the table about going to cons in general. And I don't know shade or anything. It was just like certain things within North Carolina started to like just make me. But if it wasn't for KJ and the fact that I knew that Jeffrey was going too, I probably wouldn't win. So giving my flowers to you. But bringing the question back to you, so like, what made you decide to go to DreamCon?
It was last year, and since I followed the RDC group, I was like, yeah, I've been seeing their videos of like how the DreamCon is. First, that they had it in a different convention, not Georgia Brown. I forgot which one they had it, but it was in Austin, I believe. Yeah, they had it in Austin. So I was like, I just seen like good things. Celebrities was there, you know. So I'm like, I gotta make it here. At least one time, I gotta make it. Then I was just, of course, now I'll be talking. Oh, everybody be talking. Like, yeah, like, you know, people make plans like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. I'm like, no, I'm making this happen. I gotta do this. I gotta do this.
You actually want to like follow through.
Yeah, so if I followed through with it, and it happened, but so I just finally just decided to finally do it. And then January came, no, February. I think that's when they launched it. When the day they launched it, I purchased it.
You locked in?
Yeah, I do right there. I was waiting for the launch, It was open. Like that's literally what happened. Yeah, so that's what made me go. Shout out RC.
Was travel like inexpensive? This is just for the general audience, whether they cosplay or not. I always ask cosplayers this when they travel. Was travel like expensive or inexpensive? Like, were you able to budget to where you were able to travel from North Carolina to Texas comfortably?
From the airport, hell no. But yeah, cause that's
Gotcha.
yeah, but from getting like from others, like where was that, and actually getting to the convention center, yes, everything was good from there. Just that airport alone, that was terrible.
Oh,
I hope they fix that. But
who'd you fly with? Southwest?
nah, it was United on the first one.
Okay, so Diesel wasn't Spirit. I mean,
hell no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that.
but so from your, was that? So that was your first experience, like flying out of state for a con. And all
For
that.
a con, yeah.
So what were some of the setbacks or frustrations you faced from the house to the airport before you even got to Texas? Because let me guess, you had to make 2 stops, didn't you? One, I know when I went, it was 2 stops. So one was like in Louisiana.
No, it was a straight shot. Yeah, I went to Charlotte to get there. So it was
from Raleigh. But
oh yeah, the reason I went there to Charlotte because it was
cheaper.
It was cheaper, so I took that drive to Charlotte. So yeah, so it was one there. The only thing that they need to take Houston need to fix that damn how to get the Uber set up because everybody was all crowded, confused. I think the Uber driver confused even though they're used to it because they live there, so they're used to it. They just got to get there.
Wait. So Ubering from Houston or Ubering to? My bad. No, what was the frustrations? Oh, so that was the overall frustration when you left, got there, and then Uber travel. Okay.
Yeah, to actually get to. Well, I guess to get there, then from Uber in front of the airport to where you need to be at. That caused the frustration.
So
frustration.
How long did it take for you to? And you was.
Oh, shit. I think I'm gonna say we was there for almost 45 minutes or an hour to find.
Waiting on Uber?
Yeah, then until we had to figure things out on our own.
So how long did it take you to get the? My bad, I'm gonna make it make sense. So here is my biggest fear, right? When I travel and I plane and my luggage get lost, the longest part for me has always been luggage. Did y'all use the Uber app or did you
The Uber app.
Okay, so it still took them that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the high traffic of customers, huh? Say less.
That caused the biggest issues from there. But that kind of
peak time too.
I guess so, because it was the evening time, so it was the evening time, so probably so.
But you were settled in once you made it to your hotel. We're gonna talk about it too in a second, but once you made it, it was an immaculate ass hotel.
Oh yeah,
you like a king. Yeah.
That is.
So the man who drove there, I was like, this wow. Cheers. So what was for you? So how about the same format? So what made you decide to go to DreamCon?
Mainly for the same reasons as KJ. Like I've always wanted to go. I've seen it on like social media and everything. As far as like the promotion, advertisement. Seeing previous years, like I believe last year, it was awesome. And
Just last year. Shooting there last year.
Just seeing like the amount of people that had a good time, that had something positive to say about their experience of going, and like it just seemed like it was like a big family reunion, even though people didn't know each other personally until like they got there and like got to kind of network with each other, connect with other like-minded individuals. That was really the allure that kind of brought me out of the state. This is actually my second or third out-of-state con as far as a big con. Because I went to Casa Con and I went to a couple cons in Virginia.
Okay. So, would you have went by yourself or did you? I'm asking you guys. Would you have went by yourself based on that motivation, or did you go, hey? We're going to this con, let me get a group to go. Like, would you have, regardless if you went in a group or not, would you have still have gone?
Kind of, sort of. I would have gone, but if I would have gone, I probably would have flew instead of drive.
Yeah.
But the reason why we drove was because
I know some of them we appreciate because it was the equipment and the gear, and I couldn't. So
I appreciate that too. How
long was the drive?
So from from where I was, it was actually longer. It was probably like 21 hours around that range. But,
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
actually kind of rendezvoused and kind of met up at in Chapel Hill. It was actually quicker than Chapel Hill, so about 17 hours. But still long.
You want to interject any questions you got to? I couldn't.
That question for one, I was gonna say thank you for holding my stuff. You know, but that's for that. You know, so because I just know next time that well for me, like when this sort of thing like that, like I need to get a bigger briefcase, suitcase to make sure I hold the whole stuff. You know, so
and for CSA is a major pain.
Yeah, that's why I fear.
They would have gone through and they would have been like,
he's
bringing weapons on the
that's why that was my fear. I was kind of researching something like if you just kind of like just maybe tell them, hopefully they would leave it alone. Like put the sword, like my sword ultimately what I was worried about. And put that last and put like a note saying like it's a prop. It's a prop. No plastic.
No, hear me out. I'm gonna circle it back. I got you. Somebody had brought shampoo that was probably a little bit bigger than this one, and they said, "Hey, either get rid of the shampoo, you ain't getting on."
Oh wow.
Well, not getting on, but not pass it through so they could get to their flight. That's all I was saying. I ain't gonna hold you in the back of my mind. I said, "See, that's why I told KJ I'm glad I took he gave us accessories." Because he would have came here, all that money, he would have been livid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so drove 60. So you drove and then y'all drove right into the con, basically.
Yeah, basically, and it's crazy because me and
I could not.
so me and Onyx tag team, and he drove majority of the way, and I took over for the middle to last leg, and then we got into the con because we still had to pick up our badges and everything.
That was wild. Yeah. You know what? Continue. It's attention span of a squirrel, but the shit that you saying, because KJ was. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Anyway, try to tell you. Anyway, not go ahead. You right, but yeah.
I think next time I might have them mail my badge in the mail or something, or try to see if that's an option.
You talking about for next time? Yeah, you right.
Yeah, I gotta do something. It'd be no sense of how many times that line looped.
Around the building. Yeah, anyway, so
that was at least about an hour wait just for.
So that's what I'm saying. How is your temperament? Y'all did because there's a level of fatigue and travel.
Yeah.
So how was your temperament driving then standing in a line? How long was you in line for?
Well, shout out to her friend. She was he was already there like way before. So we looked out. He called hers, and then of course she flagged me to go ahead and go. And I flagged them to go ahead and still make the line shorter. So we were sitting because he was in a whole other line. Shout out to him for that. Yeah, I know you never looked at this, but you never know. Yeah, so we actually got there quicker. If it wasn't for that, we'd probably be there for like another hour.
Like 2 hours.
Yeah. So
all right.
Shout out to my shout out to her friend for that.
Got you. So when you got there, so how long was you in line for?
I felt like it was at least 45 minutes to an hour because we got there and the line was at least wrapped around the building. And then like almost a half time again.
Because so everybody got their badge that Friday, correct?
I got Friday. So, the only thing I wish they actually tell, maybe they did. I mean, but I wish they mentioned it before getting to the con because I went to the con first. Just like regular how the North Carolina one was. You go inside the first building, get a ticket, get the badge, move on. And it knows another hotel you have to go to just go and get it. Now I don't know if they said that. I don't think they did, but if they did, that was my fault for not looking. But
but everybody was frustrated because again, you just in line trying to get your badge or whatever. So and it was just one building. Like what we're used to was multiple buildings at least. Yeah, so that's what I was saying. Like, hey, let me get the badge.
Yeah, they just went over there. It's like, for me, I was like, where? Like, then I saw where the line was, and like I didn't know. Like, wow, I was like.
You thought they were just trying to get in there for the festivities? No, they were trying to get in there to get their badge.
Yeah, I'm like,
so
that was lack communication.
You gotta go up the escalator and then bank a right.
Yeah, that was
down the hallway.
And you still participated in the con that day?
Yeah, because we were waiting on everybody else to land because everybody had different landing times that were flying in. So we thought, hey, while we're waiting, we might as well go ahead and pick up our badges and see what the con is like as far as the first day type experience while we wait for everybody else to fly in before we go pick them up. And shout out to Onyx, he picked everybody else up.
I'm going to bring you to the channel soon, brother, I promise.
From the airport. And Yeah, he was a trooper on that. Because, like you said, after driving that length of time,
I saw him.
gone.
No. So when I was in line, I saw because he was dropping people off and all that. That was a rental that y'all got, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, yeah.
so
That would've
first
been
day,
more.
everybody got their badge. I got my badge. It took me about 2 hours, but all I cared about was just getting the badge.
I feel that.
So what was it? Got my badge. I went up. Just in case they caught that sound on the camera, I said, "Ooh, content idea." Anyway, so so when I went out there, obviously, as y'all know, because I went out to Texas on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Checked out. Look, so as far as fitness or just content creating in general, one thing I learned about Texas, they are very proud of their gun laws. They were just like,
Yeah.
"Where you coming from, North Carolina?" First, y'all have a shootout there, ain't you? I was like, "Yeah, with some limitations." But they were like, limitations. What that mean? But anyway, now let me stop. And I was out there, the environment, and I knew before you guys came, you guys would like it. And this was just in Boston, but it was just like being. Well, there's a lot to do more in Raleigh, but being in a city where there's a lot more to do past 10 a.m. Now I get it. Some people got to be up at 6 a.m. Some people got to be up at 3 a.m. for their job, get ready and shit. But it was nice being in a city where there was life didn't seem to stop after 10 o'clock. I get it. But I was able to check out some of the gyms out there between Lyft, ATX, and Game Day Barbell. So my temperament was a lot more fairer when I was in Austin. Now Houston, everything is bigger out there. Good God. But Houston, I like the experience. This is just pre-con talk for me. Right? I had like the experience because again, like even when I went to Alpha Land, it's kind of like as much as I enjoyed myself. When I go back out to Texas, I'm gonna want to take some people with me because I want you guys to like enjoy and experience Alpha Land, regardless of what your niche is, body, whatever. But like that is a place not only for lifters but content creators as well. It's very complementary to what you want to do, and I see why people want to get out there. Anyway, on to the con. This is just my only critique was the badge. I was there for like 2 hours now. But that's my own goal. Somebody gave me a warning. I was being hard-headed. Never again. But
Let's say no names.
Yeah, can't drop it. Sorry. Anyway, but like some of the content creators I saw out there, to me, and I don't want to misspeak, but for a day or a couple of days, it seemed like they were just like regular folk like us. And that was another thing that was kind of inspiring to see, like, and I'm not making this a race thing, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this now, but seeing a lot more of us out there, though, it kind of made me go, oh wow.
Yes,
like
100%, 100%. With that made it more beautiful. And of course, none of the about it's not about that. It's definitely about that. It is, because I love the people, and of course, I went to Raleigh Colony. Nothing against them. I love them. Just seeing this, you just want to see your own races having fun. You know what I mean? Like enjoy it.
And then you don't
see
feel
that.
ostracized or outcasted by them either, because y'all in this. Where was this shit when we were in school? That's the shit. We got bullied for shit like this.
Yeah, and you see people like that. Now, the only thing that gives me, of course, now I do get is the comedy, like with joy and all that. Half the time that they don't do it for one, you already know why. Sometimes they go there for one reason.
Oh yeah.
It angers my soul on that one, but I ain't gonna say, I'm not gonna put it out there. But just seeing that, especially someone with the same skin tone as me, loving anime. Or like the things like that, enjoying being themselves.
You feel like you ain't gotta over-explain shit.
No.
Well, in the realm of anime in general.
Well, of course, no. You got topics and opinions and all that stuff like that. But of course, no. That's for anything. But just seeing that, enjoying it, and not putting it for clout. Like that. Yeah, you gonna take pictures and enjoy it because that's who you are. But some of you just do it for clout, and that kills me. But other than that, man, I love that 100%.
What's your take on that? Basically, same question and format, like being around that.
I love the diversity of it. Like, just seeing a lot of people that look like me, having similar interests. Like, it's a very harmonious, kind of beautiful thing to see. Because like going to other different cons, it's like kind of almost the opposite. It's almost like It's
and again, not about race or anything, but it was just it was nice. Yeah, in a long while being able to be around new people. So
yeah, definitely about that because they have a blur copy like of the black nerds and all that, so they have that. And of course there's nothing special about it. It's just about you have your own race, just enjoying it.
And then where's that again? So what?
So where's that again? Where's that again? Okay.
So when you got there, so what did you? Let's talk about day one. What did you? Both of y'all badasses. Anyway, what did you? So day one, what did you go in? What y'all going for the audience to know? I know, but for the audience.
Oh, maybe it was Kakashi for day one.
Okay.
So that was that. That was good. It was good. It was a lot of Akatsuki.
Oh, so you ran into the ops a lot.
I ran into them a lot. It was like no. It was like.
You had no backup?
No.
You didn't have no backup?
Nah.
Well, on day one?
Never. There's always that. There's no leaf. They worry about that. I think because of the colors. But then again, I really think that's really like the colors.
What city you bang, bro? Wait a minute. Like, with the issue at hand, that don't matter.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, man. My God.
That was a concern at some point as far as I think on Sunday.
Oh no.
With the bandanas, but I'll address that later on.
I got you.
But,
what did you cosplay as?
Kurama.
Man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. To me, that's either second or third. Again, I don't give a fuck what you say. Phenomenal Static Shock. When he pulled that out, it's kind of like, yeah, you better let these uneducated swines know what the OG anime is about. Anyway, but yeah, no. So what are some of the activities did y'all participate in when you were there?
For Friday, it was like more like walk around. We did try to see a couple panels, but the main thing we were trying to figure out where Megan was at, and they didn't
tell her free tour. I'm kidding.
They did not tell us where it was at.
Yeah.
So it turned out that she was at the cosplay contest. So I'm like, ooh. So I didn't know that. Like, I don't think anybody did.
Wait, which one, on Saturday or Friday?
Friday.
I was able to sneak in on one on Saturday.
It was one on Saturday. I was there Saturday. She was there Friday. I think she was there Friday, and I don't think anybody really knows unless you happen to be there. Because
I think she was trying to keep that low key, not making it about that, but with some of the.
And I get that. I get that. But it's like
you got some fans that wanted to see you at least.
So I was like.
And then again too, she probably got a lot more troll. See, that's a.
It doesn't that too because I just saw a lot of videos because everybody trying to get all handsy on them. I'm like, man, come on, man. Like this is why because everybody don't want to be in the first place.
See, there was like not just her. So there was a fight out there between one of the stream with DDG and his crew.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I said like somebody actually fought. So I get that.
The boxing. I think I saw that. Was it boxing or no?
No, they didn't. No, they were just out and about at the con, and I think it was in regards to his whatever he got going on in his life. But somebody took it too far, and dude got beat up, and then of course he gonna sue. But anyway, so allow me to say this because I know we're still in the beginning stages. That's kind of my worry when it comes to this content creating thing, and even in cosplay or just in general. It's kind of like as you're coming up, your community is going to help you get where you want to be, but also too, it's kind of sad that your community is going to be your downfall. And the only reason, because like once you get to a certain stature, people feel like you owe them something, and if you can't take them with, if you don't do what they want you to do, or you can't take them with you, like they try to sabotage you. That's something that I don't agree with. But that's later on down the line, more of a content creating question. So panels, you were looking for Megan Thee Stallion. Let me circle back to you in a second. I got you. So what festivities did you do?
I was mainly just trying to see what was out there because I did kind of have an idea as far as like I had downloaded the app, I had this whole schedule and everything.
I ain't do all that.
I did that too, and then I'm sorry, I cut you off. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I had that whole thing too. Just so I want to know what's going on. Like so, like hey, let's check out this panel if we can. Let's see what time it is. Boom, 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 boom. All that. And some of them kind of either not tell us or they told us last minute. like that at the party ticket thing.
Shit was a drag.
Yeah, and I was tight about that as far as the schedule too, because like come to find out, we were gonna do the Dragon Ball with the Sayonars and everything that we transported from NC, and it turns out the Dragon Ball meetup was on Friday instead of Saturday.
So allow me to ask this: who? Because I definitely we wanted to see it, right?
What?
The Dragon Ball they were going to be on a panel, like be on the stage.
Oh, that
as
was a whole separate thing. That was a cosplay contest.
Yeah, but so it got who fucked that up? That's you wanted to.
Oh yeah,
you knew.
I knew about that. Yeah, I was.
See, this conversation all over the place.
I was like, where's this at?
Mm-hmm.
I was hitting him up to see what's going on, and that's what I want to be. I want to be there. I want to see.
Yeah, I will take pictures and be like, hey, whoever said there's no black
that.
sands, here's some proof. You know what happened?
So about that, there was a whole situation. We already had like submitted all the paperwork, submitted all the photos and everything to go through the pre-qualification process and all that. But like within that whole qualification process, we were supposed to show up at this certain room to get like prejudged before we could walk the stage. There was a whole issue when we arrived.
And nobody communicated that to y'all? I'm generally asking.
So we're sending emails back and forth and stuff, and we're not really getting responses like that until like the day of, which was Saturday. And we get there, we're walking around for like at least an hour or two, trying to find the spot where we're supposed to be at, walking all, like going...
All y'all that were going to participate,
like going from floor to floor, because...
And they had a lot of rooms there too with a lot of events.
Because we went to the main stage, like where they had the security guards and we were asking them questions and all that. I think it was just a whole big miscommunication and just communication, or lack of communication, because like people didn't really necessarily, as far as the staff, know specifically where stuff was, because they were just given like a generalized kind of map to kind of just to direct you towards areas. So we were kind of chasing our tails.
Y'all were lost in the fucking sauce, basically. Okay.
Going in circles for the most part until we got there. And then we were supposed to be there by a certain time. We were trying to talk to them, tell them like we were trying to find the place and everything. I was emailing them from my phone.
So, but there was like when did y'all know that y'all weren't going on, basically?
Basically when we got there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
did y'all pay into that?
So it was free entry to enter in, but you had to go through like a qualification process to even be able to participate. And then when we got there.
So was that on the cosplay or on the committee, from your assessment, based on everything that you just presented? And that is some old bullshit.
I feel like they could have let us walk just for like the sake of like pleasantries, like, hey, we know you didn't get.
Because y'all brought that shit from New York, right? It was a hindrance.
North Carolina.
That was the reason why you didn't fly, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you got to take on that, my bad.
Oh no, I was just upset. You know that, but what happened? Like that was that
some more bullshit.
Yeah, that's the communication that they unfortunately whoever it was behind is leading that role. Didn't communicate well with that. So and despite how much I love the gun and all that, but hey,
bullshit.
The spade. I'm gonna call it what it is. The communication was not there. And that fortunately that disappointed, especially then the whole squad.
Yeah, especially when you had people. Not only, but you had people from home that wanted to see.
Yeah, I wanted to see it too. Like I was front row, but I was ready. I was ready for it and everything.
I was gonna show the fuck out for them. Like that's my boy.
Yeah, I was gonna do something like I was gonna be cheering loud. You know what I mean? Just like knowing like
turn into a Super Saiyan. Show what a Super Saiyan look like with dreadlocks.
Yeah, man. So
is it gonna stay down? Is it gonna point up? Is it gonna go sideways like static? I'm sorry. Continue.
But yeah, overall with that, man, that hurt my soul with that one. So I was mad for you. So.
And like shout out to Brian, like he literally helped make everybody's stuff, like the EVA foam, taking the pictures as far as the working process.
That made the sand equipment.
And like painting, sanding, all that.
Do you feel like even though you guys didn't get to go on stage, like there's a silver lining because of who you made that collaboration with?
Yes, that was amazing. Cause that joint.
You know what collab I'm talking about, right? The Yujiro Hama arm.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I was like, did that really happen?
Yeah.
And at the time, I need Brian to fix his face because he was just straight like. he was like disappointed before it happened. So it's just like.
Well, I think my bad. I think because he was doing a bunch of collabs that day, and he was probably tired.
I get it.
Yeah,
it was armless with these hands.
Yeah,
it was a lot of walking around. Like,
but yeah. So how did that even happen?
That actually, it was almost a chance encounter / coincidence because like we were just standing around like congregating, chilling, hanging out, and like some of us caught eye contact and locked eyes with him as he was walking past, and I recognized who he was because he was wearing the fit, the Yujiro Hama, and since we all locked eyes and he saw the rest of us, he walked over and we started.
And he asked y'all.
Yeah, and we started
See,
talking.
so opportunity. That's all you need. All right,
that's
man.
the silver lining. Like just having that first impression to be able to like say, hey, how you doing? My name is so and so. Like that opened the door to even be able to collaborate. And like we were kind of taken aback and surprised in a way.
Y'all were on a high, weren't you?
Because it was just like it's almost kind of like meeting a celebrity in a way. Like when you follow these.
In like the realm of content creating.
Yeah. Like when you meet these, you've been following people for so long, and then like you finally get to meet them in person, and they're cool and everything, and they want to work with you on the spot, and like they're coming off the top of the dome, like as far as concepts and stuff to do like improv right there, and they got their crew with them.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask, so how did that even like? So to me, based on what I saw on the reel, you would think like that was coordinated. Like, all right, we gonna line up on this bench, we just gonna arm wrestle like y'all just started that just by simply talking like.
Yeah, that was on the spot. Like he came up with most of the concept, and then we found a spot where to record it, and then we just like on the spot.
So one door closed and another one opened up for you.
Yeah,
that's crazy how that works. That's crazy how that works.
Literally, a situation that could have been seen as like a negative. There, like you said, there's a silver lining to it, where like we wouldn't have probably ran across or crossed paths with.
If that didn't happen.
Yeah, if that didn't happen. And
so and I'm pretty sure maybe some more doors will open up to you from that.
And then also too, we met other content creators like Kiki.
Oh shit!
Exactly E from the Lesbian Homie series with Big Job. We ran into her.
Did you get a picture?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna see it after this. Anyway, now let me stop. But yeah, no. We're gonna touch back on that. I got you. So KJ, for you, like, I'm more interested. Not more interested, but when you went to the certain panels and saw the contests, did that make you kind of want to do something like that too when you do cons or go to cons? Like get on stage and then. So what would be your go if you did? If you did, what would be your go-to like to get on stage?
It would be a no skate holder, hands down. But but it just. I'm not saying this.
Flex the muscles.
Something like that, yeah, because that how much when I go to the gym, like I represent the Leaf, but when time for cosplay, that's why I put primary. I want my nose to be primary. I want everybody to know that's me. Because
like certain cosplayers, when they cosplay, everybody go to, they be like, oh shit, that's KJ912.
Yeah.
Bet, okay, yeah.
Because whoever's coming to me and saying like, of course, like this comment saying, yo, Nathan, you know, things like that, what I do, and then. And people are comparing, and I know there's other nose cases out there. They be comparing. They be comparing, not me. And they be actually put me as a top tier versus anybody else. Now I don't do poses like that, nothing like that. And then I was like,
would that be something you'd be willing to work for?
I might give it a shot, but I've seen other cosplayers.
And he's a bodybuilder because if he's gonna practice posing for a Nosuke for the con, he gonna get on stage. But I done lost my boy. Jeffrey, please come to powerlifting like you said. It's kind of like, damn, we done lost it. We keep losing these motherfuckers. How elaborate do I gotta make this? Get down here. Let me stop.
Yeah. It's just like I've been seeing other ones, man, and they be killing it. I've been like, let's say for the drink off, for example, like it was like good ones, but the ones that like kind of shot the eye that I can remember off the top of my head right now was the woman that dressed like Tails.
Oh my!
That was beautiful, and I see things like that. So I'm like, I'm just a guy, like pushing on no skate. He got swords and an outfit and swords and a mat.
I don't know if you would have mastered some of his poses, like when he gets ready to go into attack, man.
Yeah, but that's good that. But I guess I put myself. I put myself them on the pedestal. Like they took so much work.
I want to see you do the cannonball pose. I feel like if he were to do that, he would win it. He would win the shit. Just like somebody gonna be like, oh shit. Anyway, my bad. Go ahead.
Yeah. And also too, like I gotta give you props on like your physique, like the work that you put in to get like your abs and like the
definition.
Yeah, the definition is
yeah.
crazy.
So yeah, he where you would go, like you would. So you just want that profit, and not just in North Carolina, but I guess within the cosplay community itself. Like you just like I see him and I know him as Static Shock. When you walk into any, you want to be known like, hey, that's a Nosuke.
Yeah. Yeah, like, and it's about, I mean, just be trying to be flexible on, like, no, like, or thirst trap, I should say. I can't stand that word. but
I can't, depending on who's. Anyway, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like, this is what it is, man. Like, and two, that's my character I actually like. You know what I mean? So, and I see that I was doing it for thirst trap, but I love Nosuke. And like, that's my character.
What other, so outside of your bread and butter, which is a Nosuke, like, so, and then you know you cosplay as Kakashi, like, what other cosplay?
I do got some ideas, upcoming ideas. I think hopefully I can have it ready by next year.
Where you could promote your physique as well?
No, because he'll be because he's all black. It's actually that's actually crazy. I think did I tell you about it? No. Okay, so
you're gonna be a bang baby, so y'all two can fight on the down. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, no, because his thing's Kurama. I thought of Karasu. I thought of that.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. I was like, I think if I can get that together, I'm like, we gotta do that. That's content right there, baby.
I've been looking for, like, there actually were quite a few, like, Yu Yu Hakusho characters. We ran into a Koenma, the adult with the, like, he had the tattoo, well, the marking on his forehead. He had
the mask?
The pacifier.
Bowie?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you talk, oh, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
No, my bad, because I was going to say, like, how you think Honest would feel if I told him I'm coming to a con as Bowie one day? He'd just be like, big ass axe and everything. Be like, RJ, how much that shit weigh? My arm is kind of dead right now.
I mean, you got the whole outfit. I mean, yeah, that's
fine.
Toguro,
yeah.
No. I'm talking about Bowie. Like you had the whole mask on, walking so damn slow.
I think I could pull it off with my structure. I'm just asking. What y'all think?
Yes. Yeah, you could. But yeah, you had to cover your whole damn stuff up, and you got to talk mad deep.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
My bad, y'all was mad.
Hey, so, but you know what? I'm gonna bring it back full circle. I apologize. I'm not gonna cosplay him, but if I did on some real shit, and this anybody else that sees this isn't shade. I understand the vision y'all have for me. It's just I never. But there is one character that I feel like I could do because I like and I empathize. But if I ever were to do cosplay, it'd be two characters. It would be Toguro, and that's why when we had our very first interview and you said that, I was like, oh shit.
Younger Toguro.
Yeah, so
you see it, right?
Because I could pull off the skin tight
right?
and the shades and a good old green button up with the khaki pants and some shit.
That's why I mentioned that for. And then just because you want power up, just go take your shirt off, huh?
Yeah, I hate you so much. What? But it would be younger Toguro, or if I could, and this is a big shout out to Wolf. Like I said, if I get rich, I ain't gonna tell nobody it's gonna be science, but I would have him do a commission for the Guyver suit. Not a lot of people know about that, but like if I can get that, you know what that is.
Interesting.
You know what that is, right? Yeah. So if I could pull off that, I'd only wear it once, but I'd be hot as probably dying. But if I can pull off Guyver for real, need to get the physique better, I know. But between younger Toguro and Guyver, those would be the only ones. So if obviously I ain't doing Guyver because that's gonna be expensive as fuck. But if and when I decide to go back to cons and cosplay. Those, you would see me as a younger Toguro.
You think you might, because nothing wrong with animated in January. You think you might just go back to that? Just because it is small, subtle, like it's not really as great.
I'm gonna say this and we're gonna bring it back to circle too, because we haven't even we on the greens of the con. We still need to get to the potatoes and the meats and the potatoes. But the best way I can explain it, I don't want to disrespect the community, and what I mean by that is I'm not a cosplayer. I'm not a pretender. A lot of people do certain things to fit in because of their circle. Now, again, I will say this, and this is I will always shout out Chris, because if it wasn't for Chris, who is a cosplayer and known in the cosplay community and in the fitness community, me and you wouldn't be having this conversation. Me and you wouldn't be having this conversation today. But I got comfortable going to cosplay because at the time, outside of the military, all I did was just gym, and I really didn't feel like I fit in with people. And I didn't really kind of care to. But hanging around a positive influence or somebody who has a you see what that does?
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I like about cosplay. Like, you got some people, regardless of their temperaments, whether it's just like yours, in some form of fashion, all three of us, whether it's like this or by ourselves, whatever it is, we align in some manner. And I respect that. Same thing with you and the other people that you hang around. There is a level of alignment. Now, bringing it back to cosplay and just why I haven't is just like, it would be something I do once. Now, I have noticed within our community, like as in North Carolina, our people are doing big things. I'm gonna use Ramen as an example. He's really intertwining or between cosplay and powerlifting. Each of those are different demands if that makes sense, especially if you have a target audience. And it's kind of, no, if you are a big influence and you have a target audience, the reason why I'm using cosplay and powerlifting, that's kind of hard. Like, his very first comp, and this was a big shot, he got, if you get into powerlifting, you'd understand what this means. He got perfect dot scores.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people do that in powerlifting. Some people, because some people are more concerned about totals. But anyway, he did that for his brand, which is Feral Fitness, and Feral Fitness is something really big in the cosplay community. I'm gonna use Diana and then Wolf and Chris and all that. Like with the thing, like there's a level of network there.
Yeah, it's like a family.
Yeah, because when you see them, one day use him as an example. The photographer thing that you did for Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big network that included them as well, right?
People could comment.
Yeah.
Socialize with other people.
Yeah. So everything is intertwined. And I said all that to say this before we bring it back to Texas. I would have not experienced that if I didn't partake. But the only reason I partook is because I reflected one of my friends. I didn't care. Chris could have been a gamer. Chris could have been the most popular Fayetteville chess player. I didn't care. Yeah. But bringing it, in answer to the original question, the reason why I can't do it or even necessarily come back around it is because, again, I was just a reflection of who I was around. And I still do, but I like the reflection that I see and I saw. But sometimes you don't see the same thing when you look in the mirror. But anyway, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. But no, bringing it, so fitness panels, the bullshit you went through with the DBZ thing and everything you guys had cosplayed as, what was one of the biggest takeaways you got from that experience overall in Texas?
Overall in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
I like the food. Even though we went to the ramen place like 3 times. But but other than that, man, like the atmosphere there is, of course, we go to a different state, different atmosphere, different everything. But it's just something about that, like.
What'd you think of What'd you think of the people? The only reason I asked that is because you said atmosphere. The people, like compared to what we get here, what'd you think of the people?
They're good. They're southern as hell. But but I love them.
Yeah, boy, I tell you what. Yeah.
But overall, the people, man, they are friendly. They are friendly. They're like, of course, not anybody as their job. It's just like this is what they are. They really deserve that friendly. People be saying a lot of things because it is a popular city of Houston, very popular area, and you might hear a thing or two about it, and they think like you don't want to be in it. But really, they're really all just friendly. At least for the experience I've seen, they're really nice people. Like they're gonna treat you pretty good, or not give you kind of disrespect. At least from what I see.
Yeah, especially from what Jeffrey, your takeaway.
And also to kind of chime in on that, like just the genuine authenticity and like the humility of people. Like if you're looking for directions and if you're lost and everything, like if you ask somebody that you don't know,
you don't get it's like people are sick with baby.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They're not rude or nothing. They're like openly like welcoming and.
Boy, I can't wait for y'all to go to Japan because that was just a taste. Like when you go to Japan, it's gonna be that for y'all tenfold. My bad. The excitement kind of came in because
I can't wait for it.
I see the vision, and again, it's like you guys are still putting your foot in the door, and I know it's hard, but like again, having a career which is your job, maintaining some level of fitness, whether it's martial arts, bodybuilding, strength training with physical fitness, and then content creating. Like the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because, again, we around, all of us, I'm just to say this as North Carolinians, whatever, we're around a certain temperament. So when we get around a different atmosphere that's better, we know what to expect. When we around worse, it's kind of like, well, it ain't no worse than back home. Like that's really. But when we get around temperaments and atmospheres that are better, we don't know what to do with ourselves, and it's kind of like
kind of a culture shock.
And like, so I can get to this part, like.
Actually, put a prime example, like that. So let's say for example, let's say I'm gonna put the main thing, like when we're talking about respect and give nice outings. Because no, I don't like going out, don't go like that here. I really don't. Except for the same spot I go to. But going out there, enjoying the music and everybody dancing and having a good time. Yeah, it was problems. No.
Compared to what you would get.
Yeah, because and they're like, you know.
What you doing? You might get space. Like the fuck
it's a chance that you be in a fire.
A confrontation.
Yeah. Like and you're like, bro. And versus there, like you had nothing, none problems, none. And there's more people, so like more people cause more problems. You know, like or as not more money, more problems, but more people, more problems. That's funny. But,
amen. Amen. You know, maybe they need to rewrite that. You lying to me, but
but this for that is just like how that was, and like you just that's what I want. This and see, can't have that. You know, but unfortunately, you know, but that's what I mean by that. You know, what you're talking about is. I wish more things like that happen. It's crazy, and that's what I kind of want to go back for only for that reason, because I love the atmosphere. You know.
So allow me to ask this then, and speak on it how you guys want. So, how was y'all's temp? And the only reason I asked because I was concerned. Whatever the 5 W's are, how was y'all's temperament adjusting being back home?
I would chime in and say that for me, I kind of went through like a little bit of a depressive kind of episode when I came back. Like it didn't really hit me until I kind of crossed the state line, because of course we were driving. Like I saw the sun.
It's like you went through that force field and you felt that energy, right? You was like, yep, back home.
Because I was driving the last leg back, and I saw the sunrise and everything. It was beautiful and all that. I took pictures. Wasn't supposed to do that while I'm driving.
Why are you driving?
Disclaimer.
Yeah.
But I had to, because it was just like that.
It was that beautiful.
Yeah, like I hardly really see the sunrise like when I was going to work. Like I was, you know, routine and everything. But like just being able to kind of like come off of a vacation type scenario is just like, you know, that whole feeling is just like you just get to enjoy.